Okay, now I want to jump into prospecting for e-com clients or even like SaaS companies, and just other bigger companies. So honestly, there are two ways you can do this. There's the manual way, which is free, but a lot slower, or there is software and a way you can automate this, which um, is not free, costs money, but much quicker, higher volume. So I just want to kind of go over. So softwares I would use, or I'm going to demonstrate this actually because I really like the softwares that are available. So you can either use Apollo or ListKit. ListKit, I'm going to demo that real quick. But a couple of things. When you're going to do this automated approach, what you need to be able to do is define your ICP. So what that means is like also if you're gonna do the automated approach, you probably kind of have an offer. So like I'm gonna do the example of if you're running like an email marketing agency specifically. Obviously you have other services, but let me just because email marketing is something in e-commerce specifically and honestly everywhere that is just so known about and used that I'm just gonna say for simplistic sake we are an email marketing agency. Holy cow, I cannot type well. So first thing you need to do is define your ICP. So you're gonna need to figure out what industry you want to work in or work with. Or this is how I would do it: industry, technologies they use, and I'll explain this. Company size. Obviously, a lot of people probably dream to work with things like or brands like Nike, Alo, Lululemon, but let's just start off with like smaller brands. You could do location, keywords. So this is how you're gonna define your ICP, and I'm gonna explain why this is important. Okay, so let me just let me go to ListKit, and let me just show you how I would demo this. Okay, so let me clear all. Okay, so this is obviously when you log in, this is what comes up. So B2B search, email verification, order history. So B2B search. So this is how we're going to search for companies and people. So companies, let's say industry. Let's say we want to do retail. Let's say fashion. Consumer goods. Okay. Retail. Oh wait, no, I said that one. What else? Oh, we want to do fashion. So apparel and fashion. Let's say maybe you want to do beauty industry, or maybe you want to work in sports. Obviously, this can be as targeted or not targeted as you guys want it to be. So if you only want to work with beauty brands or supplement brands, you can make it like beauty and supplement brands, or maybe you want to do like sports, so like tennis, sports, something like that. Okay, let's do something like that. Then let's also let's look at technology. So e-commerce brands always, most of them, I shouldn't say always, most of them use Shopify. So let's put in Shopify. Let's say most of those as well. Also, if you're an email marketing agency, most of them are going to be using Klaviyo. So let's filter for Klaviyo. Let's just do or. Or you can do Shopify. They must have both. Let's just do and, actually. Let's also look up total employees. Let's do 1 to 10. Let's do 11 to 50. Because generally, a company 1 to 50 is small enough you will probably have a higher chance of working with. They aren't working with an agency, and they're not in-house, okay? So that's what I'm going to target. I don't want to target people that have 5,000 employees because that's probably a brand like Nike, and they probably have way more than 5,000. But that's just an example. Let's look up keywords. So keywords are like based on SEO. So let's say I want to work with, let me think. I want to work with beauty, or let me just look up Nike. It's just a simple example. Nike. So SEO, shoes, clothes, performance, and comfort. That would be like kind of keywords for them. Maybe we want to do Sorry. Maybe we also want to do menswear. Athletic clothing. Let's say sports. Stylish. Performance. So let's just look up those keywords and see what we get, all right? Actually, let me add something else. The other thing you want to do to define your ICP, people. And again, you can do, so this is just going to give you verified emails, or you can find people with verified emails and phone numbers if you're going to be doing cold calling. But let me just do with email, okay? Max people per company, let's do 50. Apply. And then, as you can see, this updates in real time. Another job title. So I want to do, oh wait, let me go back to companies. Sorry, I'm like kind of all over the place. Company location. I'm going to select United States. And let's do United Kingdom. Apply. Okay. So as we can see, right now we have 17,000 people. Now let's do, let's get their email that's verified. Let's do add a new job title contains. So if I'm an email marketing agency, or freelancer, whatever, I need to find either probably CEO, founder, what else? I think I can just go, let me browse, and I'm going to click marketing. So anybody in my job description or anything that would actually have a say in what I want to do is, marketing manager, probably marketing specialist, marketing director, marketing executive, head of marketing, director of marketing, CMOs, so chief marketing officer, senior marketing manager, so you see how you can figure out, let's actually not do marketing manager, let's do, basically we want really high, it's probably going to be head of marketing or your CMO. Obviously you can include these other people if you want all these emails, but let's just, I'm going to deselect some of these. So let's do that. Loading results. Okay, so now I'm down to 1,280 people, okay? So I can also add another condition, country. Let's do United States and United Kingdom again. Okay. So now I'm down to 1,186 people, okay? Next step. Okay. Then it says, so I pay monthly. I have 2,000 credits. So I get 1 credit is 1 email address. So what I would do is redeem credits. So then I would say, there's 1,186 people. I would say however many contacts I want. Maybe I only want 500. Maybe I only want to spend 500 in this specific niche. Maybe I want to go back and say, now I want 500 or 100 people only in the beauty niche, okay? It just depends how niche down you want to go, okay? So once I do that, I'm just going to do an example because I don't actually want to use all my credits. Let's just do 1 credit, redeem credit, all right? Okay, so, so orders processing, your order is processing, and the CSV file will be sent to your email. So go to my email, look, all right, export of 1 contact, but obviously you can do up to 2,000 or how many credits you have. So then I go here, all right, here we go. It tells me first name, last name, company name, business email, LinkedIn, company URL, all of this stuff, head of marketing, it tells me the industry, everything I want to know about them, all right? So then what I would do is, and this is if you're doing an automation or you're wanting to use these softwares, but basically I would download the CSV, and essentially what you do is you would go to ListKit, and then you would go to probably Instantly.ai or another cold email software, and send the email. Or what you do is upload CSV and send email. you can also, so ListKit is really good for verifying leads and getting you those email addresses really quickly, okay? If you don't want to use like something like an automated cold email sender, you still get ListKit, and then you get this CSV, and then you can still just manually email them with your business email. Manually email them with business email account, so like on Gmail. So you can do either one if you only want to pay for one software or two softwares, whatever. But ListKit is a really good way and quick way to find a bunch of leads in your ICP or people you want to target. So if you know you want to focus on email, or you want to focus on blah, blah, whatever it is, or that's kind of what you want to use as your offer, that's what I would do. That is the quickest way. And by sheer volume, you will be able to book calls, get really qualified leads. So that is how I would do it if you want to use software. Now, let me show you another software you guys can use. So Apollo.io. All right, hold on. Let me log in real quick. Okay, so this is Apollo. I logged in. So you're just going to go to prospect and enrich. We're going to search for people. This is how we're going to find leads, okay? So let's look at job titles. Let's say CMO. Let's say CEO. Let's say director of marketing. And let's look up founders. Then let's also look at company size. Wait, no, let's look up number of employees. Sorry, 1 to 10, 11 to 20, 21 to 50. Those are the ones I'm going to do. Those are the ones I recommend as well, all right? Industry and keywords. So let's do beauty. What? Oh, wait. This one, I don't know all of these ones as well, so let me just look up, like, retail. E-commerce. Okay, that's not one, so I would do retail. Maybe we do fashion. Yeah, apparel and fashion. Supplements. No, so let's do health. So you could do health, wellness, and fitness. That might not give you like supplements specifically, but you see what I'm doing again. You're just gonna figure out what ones you want to use. Okay, save search. Actually, let me just, okay, so this is what you get. So let's see, I got the CMO, this girl. She's in Australia. Okay, wait, let me, location, United States. Okay, I don't want to save search, okay, whatever. Okay. So as you can see, this gives you 843 people I can reach out to, okay? So let's look up this person. Actually, let's look up. Chief Marketing Officer for Black Forest. So then I would access email. Okay. So, 1 second. Okay, so what you do is press access email, and then you get this, all right? So then I can send an email. Oops, I don't actually want to do that. Okay, go back. Okay, let's just do this person. Oh, wait. Okay, so quick actions, access email. And I think, obviously, Apollo costs money, but I think I have like 10 free credits. So I would copy this email, and then what I would do is go to my email account, and so you could use Apollo. You're going to basically make a list and define ICP. So same thing we just did with ListKit. And then you just go to copy email address. Oops. So, Apollo's still good. I don't know if there's a way. I haven't used Apollo a ton, um, but I think. But I think like I don't know if I can just export all of these people. Um, so yeah, that's kind of still how you can use it, but it's gonna take a little bit longer because you're gonna have to click each person you search. Um, so access email, and like you're just gonna have to go in and manually like copy and paste each one. I know there's a way you can just like connect Apollo to a CRM, or I think you can do it to like instantly or whatever too. But like you would just come in, go in, and verify these emails. Okay, or sorry, not you would get the emails. This is how you would find their emails, and it's a way you can still target CMO, CO founders, and then what kind of niche you want to do. So that's how I would find ecom clients. And again, like this is how you would find their email. So you go to ListKit, or you could do Apollo, or you could do the manual way. So let me actually run through that, like so manually, how I would do this if you don't want to pay for any softwares. Okay, so manually, what you're going to do, you're probably going to find a brand you maybe want to work with on social media or a website or whatever. So let's just go on my Instagram real quick. I don't even know what's on here. Okay, let's look up let's just look up a supplement brand. Okay, looks like this is a supplement brand. It's called Fatty 15. So I'd probably go to the website. Okay, so obviously this is an email, info@fattyf15.com. I can contact them this way. Let me just look up, so let's look up founder of Fatty 15. Oops. Okay, so it's this person, so then I would copy and paste this. So look them up on LinkedIn, contact info. Okay, he has this as well. He has this brand. What else can I find on him? So I could either message him on LinkedIn, which I would honestly recommend, but I would also go back to Apollo. And this is if you're doing the manual way. I would search up this person. So it says co-founder, chief operating officer for this. So this is different than what we just found, Fatty 15, but maybe it's called this now instead. Access email. So it looks like he has these two emails, okay? So I would probably go over here, copy this email, paste, and I would paste this into Gmail, like your Google account or whatever your business email is, and I would copy it in there, or if you have a lead tracking sheet, I would copy and paste all of these emails you find. So this is another email. But what's interesting is usually an email will be like name@fatty15 or whatever. So let's go to hunter.io. This is another thing you can use to verify emails. For some reason I can't use hunter.io, but essentially what you do is email finder. So you would do full name at Fatty15. So, so I would go back to his name. This is who we want, Eric Venn. At this. All right, find. So then, 98% verified that it's this name. So what you need to know is the person's name of email you want to find, and then you need to know their domain. So whatever the business is, okay? And then you're gonna basically find and confirm. So, like on Apollo, for example, he doesn't have this email listed, but I can basically guess his email, and then I would use hunter.io to check that. And I will say it's not always right, but if you're doing it for free, this is like what I recommend, okay? So right here, I have 3 emails that are supposedly linked to him. I don't know what this brand is right here, so I'd probably only email these people, or if you find another chief marketing officer or whatever. But that's typically how I would do it, especially if I find them on Instagram. You basically just want to find out all the information you can on them. And honestly, it wouldn't hurt adding that, like, whatever, the info@fatty15.com, that email as well. But that's typically how I would do it. That's how I would manually kind of find and prospect these e-com brands, okay? And that's how I'd find their email. So yeah, that should be helpful. I don't think there's anything else I want to go over on prospecting on e-com specifically. But as you can tell, like, that probably took me 5 minutes in and of itself to find that one person's email. So that's why I do recommend, if you can have the money, like, that's why something like ListKit is super valuable, okay? Or even Apollo. But with Apollo, it's a little different. I'm not an expert on Apollo, okay? So there might be a way where you can do something similar with ListKit and just find all the people that match XYZ niche and job titles and all that, and export that CSV. But that's how I would do it, okay? So if you don't want to manually have to scrape and find these emails and even just like find brands, that's how I would do it, okay?